Wow, no one likes you, love. White lies. Your father defended the tribunal's honor during a debate at the Café Procop, praising its virtues and achievements. People even believed him. Okay, so I don't know what that means. Is that a good thing if it gets that high? I assume so. We did. Right. Defendant confess. What were the victims buying from the defendant? How did the defendant behave during the arrest? According to the witness, what was the cause of his wife's death? We have the various bits of case file. You are. I'm not one to believe in witchcraft. However, these deaths do not strike me as natural. Are you Marie-Laure Thébault?
Yes, dear.
Do you live alone?
My husband never returned from the war in 1762. The former king sent him to Portugal where...
Were you somehow involved in the deaths of Blandine Couturier, Abelon Marquet, and Eugénie Marais?
I'd never hurt such good women.
And yet, all were your clients, and they're all dead.
She's poisoning them, like she's poisoning us all.
Right. In the last 2 weeks, 3 female tenants of the same tenements, Blandine Couturier, Abelon Marquet, and Eugénie Marais, died. Their tragic demise has been preceded by the same dreadful symptoms: vomiting blood, convulsion, migraines, and severe muscle pain. The neighbours complained that they have suffered several sleepless nights because of their screams. The victims' husbands have, after the fact, found out that their wives were clients of a certain Marie-Laure Thébault, who lives across the street. At home, they found the same powder cases, lip rouge jars, and other suspicious cosmetic products purchased from Thébault. It's going to be some poison that was commonly used then. Jean Maquet brought all of them to the National Guard, along with a denunciation of the widow Thébault, whom he accused of witchcraft. In the neighbourhood, she's known as a resourceful elderly woman. At the age of 74, she still makes a living by selling blacking, rouge, and other mixtures supposed to enhance female beauty. Although she rarely left her home, her clients recommended her products to their friends, who then visited her. The elderly woman did not resist when 3 soldiers arrested her. As she is visually impaired, she did not realise that she was talking to the National Guard, and it was only when the men walked her from the apartment that she stopped asking them about the products she thought they wanted to buy. The soldiers informed the investigating officers about the suspicious jars filled with blood and bones that they saw on the shelves, which assumably were animal products that she used for the various things. Right. Right, poor eyesight. Extenuating circumstance. Is popular product method? I was thinking it might have been like extenuating circumstances. Like, oh, these are popular things, and they found to everyone. Witchcraft method? Cosmetics method? Long painful death. Testimony? But the testimony was that they'd suffered long painful deaths! I mean, how is that meant to be? Oh, the victim suffered. Let's at least get this answer, shall we? The cause of his wife's death. Call on the witness, Jean Maquet. The late Abelone Maquet's husband, Monsieur le Juge. Was your wife buying cosmetics from Widow Thébault? Yes, I even gave her money to do so. She used to say that without the powder she felt like a peasant and was too embarrassed to leave our home. On what grounds do you believe the old wife was the victim of witchcraft? Wives were healthy, they all gave birth and without the help of a doctor. They were strong, hard-working, it must have been witchcraft. Wife did not complain about her health. She had her better and worse days like we all do, but she never complained about anything serious. So the trouble started when she first applied cosmetics purchased from the widow. What do I know about when she... Focus. Yes, that's how it went. I remember now. It all started when she bought those flasks. Elaborate on the devilry that you referred to. You can smell sulphur in the backyard. Everyone will tell you that. And a child saw how Widow Thébault, armed with a stick, chased rats in the cellar and drained them of blood. Did you see it with your own eyes? I didn't. I work at the factory all day, building vehicles. It's hard work. What if I don't fix a part well and the vehicle collapses? My neighbour saw everything, though. Right. Witchcraft. Behaved during the rest. She did not recognize the uniforms. They were buying powder. No. There we go. That was simple. So family don't want her executed, everyone else does. Oh. The aristocrats actually don't care. The aristocrats don't care, although it says quite clearly they... I assume they've just been stuck over here to make you go, oh, I should have her executed. Just don't bother putting them in. If they don't care, don't put them in. Simple. As a citizen who is obedient to the revolution, I feel obliged to report that Tybalt, a widow living in our neighbourhood, practices harmful witchcraft. 3 hard-working citizens of Paris have died in agony due to the woman's magic and potions. All our neighbours know that a devilish wrongdoing have been the cause. Oh, that was where that question came from. Yeah. Oh. How exactly do you prepare your cosmetics? Oh, you know, one way or another. My grandmother left... Oh, I can't do the voice anymore. It's been too long since I last did it, and I've been complaining too much. Left me a thick notebook full of recipes. Sadly, I could read less and less. Not a single word in 15 years, I think. My eyes aren't what they used to be. Then how do you mix your products? I remember everything that's written there. I don't need to read it. Need I repeat myself? I asked how exactly you prepare your cosmetics. I will tell you as if it was secret. The face powder is no secret. You have to mix white lead... There we go. With chalk. Lead is good. It purifies. You need strength to crush it, but I'm still able to do it. I'm used to it. I've been working my whole life. To the point, please. Lip rouge is a mixture of wax and carmine with a dash of spirit. Oh, how beautiful the red lips are of women who use it. The pigment isn't easy to make, but I have my methods. You can cook a lizard or use the blood of a hedgehog, rat, or bat. You can also add a bit of sulfur to make the colour more durable. None of that sounds healthy. Bat's blood and sulfur. She produces devilish potions, not cosmetics. The husbands of the deceased accused of witchcraft. Is that true? I can make the sign of the cross before you right now, dear. We will do without superstitions. Look at the walls of my apartment. Right over the table with my mortars and pestles hangs a cross. During the reign of King Louis... Don't say one word too many, citizen. I'll be quiet as a church mouse. Why no? Continue. Are you a monarchist, citizen? That stinking king sent my dear husband to war and to death. And to his death. The king, the revolution, same difference to me. Doesn't know what she's talking about. Well, I mean, to be fair, I think that's, I think what someone wrote about that, it was, the Ancien Régime and the Revolution basically saying they're essentially the same thing. I'm at a point where I'm playing the numbers. That's all there is in this game, is numbers. You do this number. You try and get the jury on your side, although I don't know if that's relevant in any way. You try and manipulate your appearances. 2 sergeants, Guéregaum and Lucien Sharp, have been stealing gunpowder from military warehouses. Whenever they manage to get hold of a military pass, they sell the stolen goods to hunters and bandits, stealing from the army's treachery against France. Oh, what? Pierre, I thought that I was really confused. The owner of a mill has died after a hearty supper. The victim's wife thinks that her husband was poisoned by their cook, Sébastien Chevatet. A few days prior to his death, Pierre had prohibited a rendezvous between Chevatet and his fiancée. Well, I'm going to go there, because that balances that. Salt merchant Olivier Prêtre ordered some special empty weights, which he used to weigh salt. His customers lost 50 grams each kilo they brought. He's not only tricking customers, but also committing fiscal fraud. Why do the aristocrats like these people? Like, why do the aristocrats like him? To get that bonus. That's insane. This is bizarre. There's no logic. They've not been able to come up with something that works. So they've done something slightly kind of gamey. Ugh. Yeah, guillotine. Thank you for that verdict. They should cover her in her own potions that her die in pain. It's a bit mean. Okay. Do I do the speech? Let's do a speech. Right. Attached we do manipulation. Oversensitive, we do manipulation. Carefree is careless. Okay. Quick 3 would like to have a word with the convict about this terrible crime. That's silly. These offenders want to go back to the old ways. They defend them. What? Oversensitive. Oh no. What? No, attached is manipulation. Why isn't that perfect? Oh, what? This is. So it looks like they change it. It looks like oh, this is just so. This game is no right. Focus. Where are you taking me? I feel really bad as a person, but this is a stupid game. This is a stupid game that doesn't work. It's just there's no logic to it. There's the speech thing and the intrigue, and then there's the speeches, and those two together could be quite interesting. Just having the speeches.
They are lovers, yes. The mayor's daughter and Beatrice.
Are you sure?
More than sure, Alexei. Do you really think that attacking his family is a good idea?
That was easy. Showing a scrap of my vulnerable underbelly and some shiny coins were more than enough to make him believe in our friendship. He is like an animal being led to the slaughter. I will slaughter my friend. And he will not even notice the knife.
Oh.
Designed with class. Congratulations.
Thank you. I entrusted the decor to Jacques-Louis David's care. He is an artiste.
Yes. I heard that you were friends and political allies. Shall we play?
Oh, what? More random mechanisms? More random mechanisms? That's just what I've been complaining about. This game doesn't know what it wants to be. Is it a kind of a courtroom thing where you're solving the puzzle and trying to decide whether someone's innocent and guilty and trying to balance those decisions with the will of people? Is it a political kind of, I don't want to say simulation, but is it a political thing where you're moving around and trying to manipulate the situation and move up in the hierarchy? Is it a strategic game where you're trying to take control of areas and fight off opponents? And there's the jury that's irrelevant in the courtroom for some reason. There's the working out what questions you should ask, which I've played like a few minutes of Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker, and it's much better done there because you are doing it as a player and logically. And now we've got a random dice game? What does this game want to be? This game feels so muddled because it doesn't seem to have an idea of what it exactly wants to be. What is the story it's telling? Because this is meant to be a narrative thing where your choices matter. But there are several points where you're kind of pushed one way by all of the various numbers that you kind of have to deal with. Play with the highest total score wins, right. Get your opponent drunk to reduce their chance of winning. Drinking also lets you reroll more dice. Oh, you have to use influence points. Whatever. If you're unhappy, you can reroll the dice 3 times during the whole game. Gain points for rolling dice with identical values. The higher the number, the better the score. Okay. Check and look. Okay, so I assume you have to reroll all the dice. I will take the 440. Okay, I should have... Okay. That's the kind of thing that's very important to inform me about. I wouldn't have taken 40 points if I knew that was an option. That's 90. I need to re-roll because I can't... You get to choose which... Why didn't you say that you get to choose the dice you re-roll? I need to get as many 3s as possible.
You think this bad luck will turn around?
Oh, you only... Oh, you get to re-roll 3 dice rather than you get 3 re-rolls. Wait, why do I only have two re-rolls now? Wait, what? 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 I'll just re-roll those 2. Hopefully get 5s and 6s. Now we're tied. You're not re-rolling. I think I'll take the 220. Of course. By my understanding, he's got another reroll, and mysteriously he keeps like. Is it just you have to buy a round? There's no. You have to right. Is it just I've not clicked the I? No. Right. So when you want to reroll, you can reroll 3 dice at most, and you get 3 of those throughout the entire game. Like, those are rules you should tell the player. $240. But if he gets 140, so I want to re-roll these 2. Not wonderful. Oh, that's just it. Okay.
I assumed that you would let me win to gain my trust. I am pleased to be mistaken from time to time.